Your favorite baseball movie?
Favorite baseball movie? I would have to say Bull Durham.
Great choice. Um, Superstitions, and then if so, what are those superstitions?
I was never into superstitions. I would always have like a routine, and I would do the same routine every single day. When I got to the baseball field, but it never really was superstitious. It was just what I did. Stretching wise, I do the same stretches, same order, and just it just kind of kept everything in a routine to make sure everything was familiar. But yeah, nothing really superstitious.
I agree, and that's been the consensus so far. How important routines are, because of like you said, keeping things familiar, and then just the consistency, so on and so forth. But not superstitions. So maybe we're disproving, what a lot of people say about baseball players. But favorite MLB player?
Oh, geez, that's a tough one. When I was growing up, my favorite MLB player was A-Rod, and then he got busted for steroids. So I had to change that pretty quick. And then it definitely went to Derek Jeter. Living in New York, seeing all his success and his character and how he carried himself was pretty cool. But now, honestly, I'd have to say. It's super hard, man. I mean, what Shohei does is really unbelievable. He's a unicorn in the game. It's fun to watch him because, like I said, you never know when it's his last year, and we can't take anything for granted. But he's. I don't think we'll ever get another Shohei. So definitely probably him.
Yeah, definitely. Totally understand, where you're coming from with that answer, because he essentially is the modern day Babe Ruth, with the way, with his success on the mound and also at the plate. Favorite MLB team? I'm guessing the Yankees.
So it was the Yankees, yeah, growing up, and then they got Kevin Youkilis, and oh my gosh, he was like my arch nemesis because he was on Boston, and I just remember he would always tear up the Yankees. I would have to say now probably the Miami Marlins. My brother coaches for the Marlins. He helped coach the JJC last year, which was a cool connection. But yeah, probably the Marlins right now.
Nice, and you got a former Pirate catcher and teammate of Cliff Godwin, Clayton McCullough, is the new manager of the Marlins, and then of course Connor Norby. Once he got the call up, from Jacksonville, he went on a tear late last season, and look forward to seeing what Norb's first full season at the big league level will hold. Playing for Clayton McCullough in Miami.
Yeah, most definitely. It's really cool to see, Miami, the Miami City kind of turn into, almost like a mini Greenville. You got a bunch of guys that played at East Carolina baseball, and I think it's really going to help propel them in the right direction and the winning direction because both those two guys went through the program and they know how to win. So I'm excited to see what Norbs does in his first full year. I'm sure he's going to tear it up just like he did this past year. He's one of the best pure hitters I've ever seen. And then Clayton McCullough, I wish him nothing but the best as well for his first opportunity to be a skipper for MLB club.
Final question: your favorite restaurant in Greenville?
I would have to probably say Nino's. Nino's, that place was delicious. I would go there a lot. Whenever my family would come to town, we would go there. It's between them and Sup Dogs. The Sup Dogs, the Sup Crushes, the food that they have there was awesome too. But I would have to say Nino's takes the cake.
Nice. I've asked this question 3 times. I've got 3 different answers. Previously, we got Omar's, and then also Altavola.
For Omar and Ottavola for what?
For favorite restaurant.
Were those restaurants in Greenville?
Yep. And so that's the thing. Even though it's a college town, there's an excellent selection of restaurants in Greenville, and yeah, like I was saying, those were the answers of Chris Holba, and then most recently Carter Cunningham. I believe it was Carter that said Altavola, but but yeah, sup dogs is definitely one of the more common responses, and I'm not familiar with Nina, so I need to try that out myself.
Yeah,
What,
most
what,
definitely.
what, what, what-
They
I
got
think you
great
may
Italian food.
I think you may have just mentioned this. What's your go-to item on the menu?
Go to it's got to
Yeah,
be the penne alla vodka with chicken. Got to.
gotcha. So really appreciate the visit, spending nearly an hour with us. Best of luck on this season with Barry, and we'll certainly keep an eye on you from afar, as I know you will do the same with the Pirates. Um, but as we wrap up this conversation, do you have a final message for Pirate Nation?
Just keep being you guys. You guys are one of a kind. Nobody matches the energy that you bring every day when you come to Clark LeClaire. The players are truly lucky to have the support of you guys throughout the season. I've been to three different colleges, played against a bunch when I was at East Carolina, and nothing matches you guys. There's surely unmatched in every component of the true fan, and it's something those guys will remember for the rest of their life.
Cheer for the boys in purple and gold. Stories of victory yet to be told. From Clark LeClaire to all my hearts.